we are chairman of the board of National Film Authority. Ewo eye omanganim.
Yeah.
Ade na ehye okena se sa abotire we ubagye no wasom na waye ama omangana sini twadwuma.
Yo, ready am kwa mesempa. Edwuma sono pa enye dwuma ketekete kra. Sini twa efriase ewo Ghana 1948.
Wow.
1948 na established Gold Coast Film Unit. Former colonial government abrofo English for na omo ha no. And omo yes omo established film unit no ha na mo de twa documentaries and a newsreel. Now omo de consolidate for omo ho as colonial powers omo after Second World War no. Enti omo sa kosi 57 ibinya independence. And I come and again said that be ye ntwa documentaries ni ye newsreel nko a mo me besan so twa feature film. If it's a film a means of communication and a ejuma so ejuma kase enso pa e betumi yin sika bebre efim nti obaye ne Ghana Film Industry Corporation just say it me etwesene eton and newsreel ni documentaries there more or less we in free be anti na wa he enti what they say Ghana Film Industry Corporation na answer na Ghana Film Industry Corporation baba so na go film unit omo ye short films and the boy Kumasenu Mr. Mensa built a house Opiki Hamile we mu nyina ye senia omo twitwa ya na ye black and white na sabre na etwa film on celluloid enti se nde video enti na ye ni nyina awagana ha etumi twa sene na ewa ha develop wa ha edit wa ha bibia wa ha
okay
na establish Ghana Film Industry Corporation na akoba ne say film na abe color since 1935 Tina be here saying so be see color processing laboratory. Question na e bitumi process e wo ha. Na mom na ni bi wa ntina sinibia be twa bia ya color no. E de call abrochire laboratories e London na e ko na e develop na edit na e de aba. No mo keep copy or my brain copy. And yeah this is over here. A Declaration of Independence coming from begin at long last, the battle has ended near the copies rank laboratories London. If you say you try and honey could develop. Now after independence, I started color films. Now in Shada in ya a hodia individual feature films. If you say equipment no Nippons war nemum na industry in Shada and develop ye. Nemum na theatre dear. Akeka no ho concept artist na ewo ho na from no ebe manu musu no the concept party story etwa first make I say feature film
okay
I told you so Bob Cole ni Araba stamp news so abrobo ni ade feature wo mu no na cheze amanfo ni beji ho ama cheze bibi oboko bia be sin na ikra so yi I told you so ankofo hwe ni ji ho enti ekobade say countries are more films that if you are seeing here collaborative productions enti I know I told you so was 68 69 ho be bisa yeah na 72 and some Italian film company be collaborated with Ghana Films issue to contact film bina Ichawaha Calvin Lockhart African American actor being played lead in that Ichawaha and which a friend is saying Genesis chapter X.
Wow.
George Williams na Marilyn Mayer and almost in that in a bow to me and son. Mr. Kawansa brother. after that no na afi amanfo ni abaji ho na mum ye we nyina ya baba no na yi sini na sini kasa kura no ansa na ya be establish Gold Coast Community 1948 no na businessman bi ofiada ya fa no kanse
okay
ono those days na wo hof wa dan wa kra wo kepus wo winiba ani ade no ship no ebe doko ofsia na omo de kanu eko no mo yi vitals no mo de aba no yi prekontwe ne beef ne rum ne nyama bebre no mo de aba na omo so de aba ekoje de aba ground na omo distributor ama warehouse and converter ni ade the businessman one time or call ship no muno ku za brofo no ehwe that time na silent film in the 1920s Charlie Chaplin films na young kasa actions you know share was dey fair and then I mean so me ni baji hu senka metumi amama akonya na metumi ekoyi akira manfo na mo so ahwe because amuka pa no so dey kwanda ho enti antampa a businessman ti obisi cinema house since the first no crowd na the earliest cinema house in a friend of Kansas Cinema. So what Kansas Cinema, that is how it came about.
Wow.
And see Kansas Cinemas no na almost started ekra sasin no eba. Na 1935 film by color sound be kan ho ne ade no. Omar Captain. And Nankani and Hagen. Nankani ni Indian. Now Ghanaian almost collaborate almost started some city. All the cinema houses are now we didn't start with Opera, Orion, Orbit, Offer. Then you know Omar Captain cinema houses.
Okay.
Now you be see Ghana films no. Gold Coast Community now be see say the better end in the year. Ghana Film Industry Corporation. There was cinema theaters. And also R. Royal, Roxy, Regal, all those were cinema houses. The cinema houses in Yakran Kwana Newo. In Ebi Ukumasi, Udion, Rivoli, Ukumasi, Cape Coaster. Now, Cape was the end crowd first and then you can't see cinema. And I for no betoye. I'm saying Nankani and Higgin or some better no way almost saying the errors. The errors on crowd be some better no sending here top yard. And to cook because that was a say chapel say there you. And see cinema theaters no Abebre La Scala or Tishi or call a Tasso or call Picona or Tamale, you know, all the cinema Princess in Venice never tap ready. It's cinema houses no conform crash in the a bar, no more they are around no more. It's that time no more American films, British films, Indian films, and actually Chinese films about also.
Wow.
And see all these films in now, no Ghana. And see, yeah, started as a try a cinema. Says that time and said I who was in him. Then on TV about 65 no. And I started to see who TV so. But you try, I told you so now. Who say, hey, say you subscribe it, and I have a Nigerian about one. You try contact. You try Genesis chapter X. Now a Kwanzaa, love brood in African port. I'm say 70 or 71 or so big hosa. And 88 to be Heritage Africa. But before we Heritage Africa, no, na King Ampa Ababicha could grant me the road to Accra. 1983.
Wow. History.
And see now from so no I started man muso I just say I'm going for a month in near Jomopa. Na celluloid no. They are very expensive because you use film stock. Film stock, no, which are also developed to send first need develop photography. I mean pictures, no. Sana night. It's very, very expensive. And now into me and you regularly send the video. And ma ever kunkon ho kwan bi so a just say yes pudu bi ana obi aba ne be collaboration bi asane to me twa and then nyame nchade video by in the mid 1980s Ghana films etwa dedi William Akufu etwa Court of Alata Baba Salah Nigeria nusu twa Baba Salah and the Snake was a bibi any ade omo buy na start here na VHS and now it was grainy because the resolution was very poor. We never super VHS, never Umatic, never woman necessary, you red, you blue, whatever. All these cameras. And then a video. The video is electromagnetic. No, you don't go to develop it. You try, you just upload or download or whatever. Now I edit it. Now about. And see, from the late 80s into the mid 90s, there was a boom of video film in Ghana. Fortunately, Ghana they take that lead, in Africa. They started saying video films. And see, every year, so he say Nigeria for started say almost video ni be because Ghana for now more to me chat video films. A lot of them. Na video cameras na nkasa bi ni ha. Nti Ghana for outside. Na omato super VHS na no e dia mane. Sometimes so I established NAFTI, National Film and Television Institute. Almost so start here na almost film shooting no in celluloid. But they change the video by and almost convert it about video. Nti na almost so use video. Nti na video cameras no NAFTI, especially Umatic about first. NAFTI was the authority in video Umatic video filming. Now, a course for some time, no, a be so popular say, afi na obi apesa or enter into the video film because na for it me make quote unquote some little monies. Inti businessman be was bia no, oh yes kakra na a quarter video camera. Those days for the video cameras which are weddings and funerals and outdoors and yard no. Then we so say to video wedding outdoor in yard and bit nature from so and to almost 30 years. Then bebre omuni training in filming. But there be more very interesting stories. And if it's almost normal you use the local language. But now I'm preparing to almost end to was in film so fine art, finest images, limitless medium.
Wow!
And see, art form beer as I said, what to was now was year, and I started from the story. Everything in the film, if it will be exciting, to be interesting, people will follow it. Is the story. First and foremost. Internet, as I say, to me, stories, stories, to me, again, and nice one casa. You chat never to her. I told you, Sissy, and said that and yet, technically, in terms of pictures and things, but story, no, so exciting, so interesting. Say, Obia per se, or share, I told you so.
But Facebook, I told you so, not so.
Eti omo ana e follow from no. Omo eni jihuna for start say you trust in the local language, no be so interesting for people because now they had been sensitized already by concert party. Because the concert party call almost every village in town in Ghana. Until no more used to watching that local theater on stage. When you are now, for start is a mucha video in the local language, Kumasi no moje boss pa. Now, moje boss, a lot of them. Now, almost die popular. They didn't know them. And the concert party actors na no more gidino. The suburb cool na rubber stamp and no you yard in the hair. And I almost started to say almost FAO because now Graceland Films, Kufi Usu, Abebicha. Kanana, any Sikasusum. We used to assemble the Apache, Araba Stamp, and then a child those films. And you're so exciting, so interesting for them, say. Now everybody wanted to be part of it. enti no crack ho na concert party no begu ye no actors no bebre pia ko kumasi ko twa Kumawood enti ma concert party no so ejijai kwa bi so ana afi aye so difficult for them to do their normal trekking because na omunya economic system no so amboa won because oba high car high musical instruments with artists ka odo makoto from town to town. Road show is so expensive. And a lot of them, they just fell out. A bit so old age catch up with them. Some died in the idea. And to concert party actors will bring a kind a piako. A Kumawood. Because Okala na friend is a mammy a Rose one way.
Mamma Docono.
Mammy, I don't know if you know a group. A Chewa. No group. I said, everybody be no group. I must have no group. Concert party group. But when you know, Kumawood no start near roots no munina, a piano start to say, oh, yeah, a Kumawood. Now, video no, my from Sunday Dawson, must start here now. The earlier actors now from Sina, no trained actors who had been involved in theater. Or more stage theater, TV theater, and all those things. No more a certain primed knowledge about theater, as in how to behave before camera, how to turn on stage, how to a whole lot of no more those things. No. And I'm also language, polished because now very trained, film directors and producers and things were handling them. And now, I say bisa. But later now, could be for some now. Inform was say, Adanichi, and now no one can 5 minutes, and now we did attempt and found we chat story na if is interest in some conformity in kwadia now we chat enti ekobani say na your cinematograph act of 1961 na sa cinematograph act of 61 na aya cake because na from it developed over the years change from cellular to crab a video a video crano a progress a certain level na video boom in the Bayano. There were so many films in the system. Information Services Department and the Ministry of Information at that time. No, we in charge of those days. A censorship board. Omuna share films. No, I classify films. But one because censorship unity, it means say we seen to me. It's not fit for whatever. Okay. Even though it's still there, no, it's classification. You just classify the film and then let the producer or whoever owns the film decide on what to do with it. Over the years, from 1961, there have been attempts to rewrite the bill, to improve on the bill. I mean, Chadi, 2016, and what do you call it? Film Classification Development Bill by former President Mahama passed in 2016. Now a passed in 2016 and to find here until 2019. And by inaugurated the National Film Authority Board. The National Film Authority Board is supposed to be the oversight body that regulates the industry.
Okay.
The production, the distribution, the marketing, and all aspects, of film. And by and like I say, be as soon as I say, it me sorry, Sajay and Asubu. We say, na film, young as I say, Abbas to Kumanebu, Ebuegum. Because Ghana Film Industry Corporation and their war. Unfortunately, your tongue Emma Malaysia for. Then TV3. A ton of Malaysia for. Now, Malaysia for they didn't seem to be interested in film. They were much more interested in television. Until they pushed it to the side and even created what they call Ghana Malaysian film, whatever. Eventually, they scuttled it, killed it, and then forgot about it. And converted the sound studio, the best sound recording studio. Fela be recordo ha, Vito wife be recordo ha, Eddie Boma be recordo ha. A lot of people be recordo was our film studio. Ibubu sa studio, and then no more dear breakfast show. And the film studio, Dankasa, the most equipped documentary film studio in the whole of Africa. And in the Ghana film studio, where Ghana's most beautiful. It's a film studio.
Okay.
Yeah. Me try from Wahoda.
Wow.
Yeah, dying of the light in the 1993, 94, baby. Some of the scenes, even Ghana films, films in the B. You build a certain studio near lighting. In fact, dying of the light, the last scene I see channel. The last but one scene it was about 5:30 to 6. Meanwhile, the last scene is supposed to be afternoon. So they had to go to the studio, build a set in the studio, and light it like afternoon.
Wow.
And shot it there in the studio. And when you watch the film, you will never know that it was shot in the night. Like afternoon.
Interesting.
And that's the essence of the studio. And the studio also helps you to keep away sound because it's soundproof. And also keep away prying eyes. People, peeping in, making comments, whatever, and all those things. Now, a musu, a big, say, articulator, a whole articulator can enter the studio.
Hey,
yes. Yeah, that's how big it is. And flyers, lights of all kinds, technicians, they knew how to manipulate them and things like that. We used to have 25K lights. You can imagine 25K. 2K, 5K, so you can imagine 25K.
That wasn't easy.
A big was easy. So, it's not industry, no. Ghana films. Unfortunately for us, we sold the whole of Ghana films. The buildings, the archives, and everything. And they were supposed to operate it for 15 years and return it to the government of Ghana. But in there, a private person owns it.
Okay.
As to how that should happen in Ghana, I don't know.
So now it wasn't a permanent deal. Yeah, the lease was after 50
That's
years.
it. The agreement was for them to operate the Ghana films in whatever they will use it for 15 years. Maybe recoup their investment and whatever. And then return it to the government of Ghana. But during the return of the whole aid to government of Ghana, I don't know what went on. Some hands went in and then now it belongs to a private someone. And that is where the film industry imploded. That's where it collapsed, technically. Because all the technicians, all the big hands, all the people who had the knowledge in the industry, they all scattered. Some died, some traveled out of the country. And then, when eventually it collapsed, that was supposed to have been the end of it. Okay. So then the rest of technicians were those who were trained in NAFTI. Who were coming out of NAFTI. And then eventually, Legon started video, whatever. Cape University also, and Tech, I think they also started something. So the industry now started, proliferating in such a way that there were so many different, angles that the industry was coming. But, film is a medium of communication. And so it needs to be regulated. And that is how come you had to fight for a new bill that will regulate the industry. And, of course, what goes in and what comes out of the industry. And that is how come the National Film Authority came into being and we started, controlling the industry. The National Film Authority is supposed to be a very unique authority because the members of the board are supposed to be representatives of the various stakeholder institutions or organizations or agencies like Actors Guild, Producers Guild, Directors Guild, whatever, you know, all exactly. So that when you are taking decisions, it's a composite, holistic decision taken by people who belong to the industry and things like that. So that is how the National Film Authority came into being, and that is the work we're supposed to do. But because we sold out Ghana Films, we didn't have even a hand coup belonging to the industry. Industry that had existed since 1948. Kind courtesy of Sean Graham, you know, and all those facilities, the studios, the everything, even the archives. He's still, you know, and we are yet to deal with that, but it all have to be returned to the National Film Authority, because now those films there, they don't belong to any individual. They belong to the people of Ghana. And so must be returned to the people of Ghana.
Right.
So we will have to eventually get all those things back, you know, to ourselves. Maybe eventually also the studio itself to get it back, because yes, that it belongs to the industry. Ghana Film Industry Corporation owned all those facilities. Chuck Kukrantimi, the road to Accra. Cardon, who was the director of photography. Also, if Germany had that studio in Germany, they will rival Hollywood. Because the quality of the studio, I don't know how come Sean Graham came to build that studio in Africa. Because it was very quality studio. But it no longer belongs to us. Even the land on which it stands now has been, you know, cannibalized by a lot of people. Because all that, you know, the war between Afrikiko and GBC is Ghana Films.
Okay.
So you realize the size of the space
huge.
that Ghana Films had, yes.
It was huge.
But now, private companies, whatever, people have found their way, you know, and all of that. Fine. As we walk, we go forward. We don't go backwards.
I was about to ask you, so now, can you quite say, yeah, Toma, because no more be so they yet the open some of the year. We're supposed to maintain
Bonibia knew say a beton and a lazy facility, no, ama investor.
Okay.
Because film is a capital intensive industry.
Right.
In fact, it's also the largest industry because it employs the largest number of professionals. 207 professionals work in the film industry. So you can imagine the size of this industry, you know. So it's an industry that you cannot just use small monies. Like someone said, that's
right.
It's a capital intensive industry, so you need investments.
Right.
You need investors to bring huge monies. And I believe you've been reading things about films, you know, for magazines, in the news, everywhere, about film monies that films make, investment that people put in film, and how much they pay actors. These days, you can get an actor. Tom Cruise can take about 120 million for one film. Mission Impossible. You know, some take 25 million, 30 million, and it's normal for playing lead in, you know, what do you call it? These, you know, modern, contemporary, you know, movies. You know, so that tells you that it's an industry that is huge. So much money comes in. So you can't rule out, you know, leasing it out to an investor who will come and upgrade and enhance the work of the industry. So there was nothing wrong with it. But to return it to a private hand is sinful. It's unacceptable. And I think that is something that we have to critically, as a people of this country, have to look at and see the possibility of taking that thing back, because it belongs to the people of Ghana. Nobody can go and sell a Crossport Stadium to a private person for him to now use it for their, you know, his or her own private business. No, because it belongs to the people of Ghana. You know, but that is by the by.
Okay. And then you see, I just say, Daddy, David Dontoh, my background, my history. baby I see the just starting free your 1 year starting year ne send you say free yes send you see free just say one stage another and you benya just say movie industry room now the year me cry was how you defined film because you name himself from the a movie not knowing say initials and now it's a whole statement altogether. Finest images limitless medium. Can you believe this? Did you even know? Me sure I don't do na yes, that we have to, grab part of his knowledge. Knowledge, do over to be a show. Let you be walk aside me don't say so. Now what's me aka can ye. So that he talking about studio now.
Answer a better as no. Me
Clemente, just in that shop, I come once. I know how much 6-1.
I don't know.
65 for that one.
And not there, you who summer. Ghana football who summer. Jesus Christ.
Now, Morocco, hey, I run it. The first half of the year, I'm Dario. I mean, I know Grand Vanity. Hey, I was your daddy, David Dontoh, and ya Bema, Clemento Charez, and the Junko, Clemento Adio, Gawatinasi, and Chebiamacon and Chain. Now, project be Abbas watches a 48 hours film project. Yabakoso. Na answer the about custom beside daddy because we are no my Netflix you who say send na ye din komo ye chirem kra film anga na say movie making no in Africa Ghana kra na start yet to a certain extent and a lot of no ebesua ya na say almost ebe to aso say ye Netflix a lot of no their movies are on there, they are doing well, but answer na ye be hu Ghanaian movie e on Netflix e be baako bi yenti edin say Ghana movie be penetrate era ho adanti ne ntimi nko bi na edin ne betimi aye na enso etimi anya sa akwanya no akọ international because ye ne de baye and a lot of one be so mu say say yon kwajam kwa o mu san yo ho
Netflix is a new era in the industry that is showcasing new technology that has different or new standards. And you have to meet those standards to be on Netflix. Not only Netflix, there are others or whatever, but you need a certain high-tech equipment, certain post-production equipment or studios to upgrade your film to a certain level. And not only just upgrading the technicalities of the film, but also the quality of the story, the quality of the acting, the quality of the directing, and of course the camera work and all of that. Na ama seleno obi hwa. Yeah, in Pembebre no for etwasene they mistake film for drama on stage. You know, na drama on stage, stage, say who stage. Is actors in the or acting. And see who the entire number of actors on the stage at any given time. Who actors are staging now. We should focus on this particular actor or that particular actor or what is happening. You see the entire stage. But from there, the camera directs your eye. Camera now say, me pesa wo hwe we, nti we twa medium shot of this. Oh, me pesa wo go close pa hwa ade we mami. Nti we twa big close up of this. The film is actually narrated by the direction and the camera work, and of course interpreted by the actors, because they actually are the ones who mouth out the dialogue for you to know the story,
right,
and all of that. But the story, as in the dialogue itself, is not complete until you add the directing, and then the technical areas of the camera work and the this and the that, and even finally the editing. They actually narrate the story. You tell the story. And so be to an assessment. So the base after 2 an assessment, never man as a seminar day. The same man as a seminar, Bisu Bassanato, we will grab a come better. And see, Sana from so eti. As I say, Nipana o cha sineno. The technicality of using all those elements of filming to tell the story, to narrate the story. Now, man, exciting. Now, those are the things that, if you are in film, you need to go to learn. The camera work, the directing, the editing, the sound, this, so many aspects of it. Now, because I have fine art in it, people who hear it, bibia basa, tabi auto boissy. And now 1 minute story ni. It may Ghana, it may 1 week watch a story we are the bear film. It's possible. It's possible when you are doing what we call improvisation, where a lot of what you are going to see is not written, but that genre of film is there. But if you want to shoot proper genres of films that circulate worldwide, between Netflix and the rest now, now I say to boys, the camera will be trying to as I say, a certain resolution. It's in there, it's a red, and now a blue, whatever, different, all those cameras. They should be of a certain caliber, of a certain quality. Pictures, images now, or capture no, must be so beautiful. So beautiful. That you want to watch and watch and watch and watch again. Exactly. But yeah, nobody be in the mid-90s, the Banabri na Sikanti who say, oh, from now, make on VCD. And it me a friend say, Chiwa part 12. Now I got on Yesika Caribbean. I said, I shimmy chat near. I don't know. I said, 3D or tomatoes. He's just a business somebody.
Okay.
But film is, a big time business, big time industry, that employs a lot of people, that uses a lot of technology, because now technology reigns when it comes to film. Right. And film itself actually rules, the digital world. Everything that you see is actually a film. It's an audiovisual production. So it's film. It's something that has been captured for you to see and hear, whatever it is that is in it. Say Netflix aba ama Nigeria for afa ekupiwa. It was not by accident. Nigeria for Goodluck Jonathan. I know they assume, but from the grapevine, time or president, so Nollywood, $200 million. At the shemu, at the realm, say, hey, the whole world will be over Nigeria for 1 night. I want you to use this to change that perception about Nigeria.
Oh my!
And that is how Nigeria took those giant steps ahead of us. Because first, Nigeria from a show TV do cry. Sound no po won't mean we shall know both. And the stories in crying grisly, so horrible. Some of them, a lot of crimes actually. People learned them from But eventually, this is kind of a rumor, more upgrade. Then it started lifting itself up. And then we came from editor. Netflix. But yeah, this has going to be
$200 million.
Yeah, no great yeah. And Mr. Nimilashon interview me. And I say, at least 100 million cedis as a seed money, for the NFA to really be able to do things the way the people laughed at me. $100 million cedis. And the crown, so what the buy? $10,000.
Be invested $200 million. Yeah, 10,000. Yes, yeah, broso.
Exactly. Okay. Oh, and see, you should invest in the industry the way we should, and the facilities too are not there. In the industry, also, I want to fire by baby. It's like a big tree with so many roots. Now, the roots of the industry, from industry, Nankasa started from theater. And when theater dies, it's like a tree that you have cut the roots. Because that is where it snowballs into the film that we see. The people who train in theater and do things in theater and bring it on television and all those, eventually are those who find themselves on big screen, on stage, on sets to shoot film. And she said, when you kill the theater, you have virtually killed the film, but you don't know. You have virtually killed the film. Because that is the roots. And she said, no, few that find themselves training, and Ghanaians unfortunately don't like training. I had an acting school, training actors, because I realized that those just in like 207 people are making. But the person you see is the actor.
Okay.
So how can you train everybody else and not train the actor? So, and today it was necessary, say, actors in Bejiatum say, you hear training. Because the film has grown, has developed to a certain level where you need a certain technique.
There's a talent in Kwan.
Yeah, when you're acting in front of chroma key, when there's a green or blue background to you, and you're acting, and you're supposed to imagine, you have to have a very strong memory, a strong mind that can imagine, visualize things that are not there, but you pretend to be there. Imagine you are running in place, but when it comes on screen, we see the person running across the desert, across forest, or whatever. But on set, shooting with the chroma key behind, he's actually running in place. He's not going anywhere. So you must have that mind, that strong mind that you can visualize yourself doing that. They shoot you and you fall from skyscraper down, but you're actually doing it in front of chroma key. And these are all new techniques in filming that if you're an actor, you must know. Unlike you're on stage, they see your entire body, your gestures are wide and broad, and all that. You scream, you project your voice, and all of that. Film is not like that. Like we are sitting here talking, that's how film is. The camera has come this close. So if you are going to act like you're on stage and throw your hand or whatever, you go out of shot and things like that. There are certain techniques, apart from having, the skill to deliver very good dialogue, articulate your dialogue so well, compose yourself, make your facial images and all those things, use your gestures the way they should and all of them. You should also now make sure that whatever you do, ties into, not you alone, but you should imagine the other characters there. If even they are not in shot, you should imagine them there. And you should relate to them, even though the camera is not seeing them. You should relate to them because it will show in your face. So emotional intelligence, your intelligence quotient, your all those forms of intelligence that you have come into play when you are filming as an actor. Because we are character engineers. The actor is the one who is actually molding the character of human beings. We are the only professionals who actually, so to speak, train human beings the way they should behave. We are the only professionals who do that. We don't replace what we do with any other thing but ourselves. That is why we have method actors, people who actually try to behave like it is real, and that kind of thing. So, in getting material worthy of showing on Netflix, it doesn't just take any roadside somebody to just stand in front of camera. It will not be accepted because you must meet certain standards.
Okay. And Pacho, you're near Tifia. Near Bisana. Then you who got the movies for Netflix as well. What's I need now who got the movies and what shall I see? Aye, and this is a document in cinema when you be quack, would you when you walk out? No, and not better, sir. And you will be brave, she ever broke Wakwa. And what's that numb swans and it's milk appear, and yet Netflix so. Now, Daddy, Yakasano, which you must say the National Film Authority of Ghana. And you must say, yes, sir, movie be an assassin, be a na. Bibi sabe babontia body kind aye hu hwehwemu wo be scrutinize the content wo be hwe se wo ho kwan se ti be babontia na we no ye be hwe se obi ni 18 years a wonti mi hwe se sini enne sa hwehwe da so wo ho
wo mranu mu pepe sa enne ne classification utwa wo senior obi ansi wo ho kwan senior wo pese wutwa na mom senior na wutwa no I was in so bebre. You decay, Sinibu waiter, and so said an above Bretano, Unquadan to me, won't be Manquadai. Sinibi saw her, a niñai, would just 70 cucumuni, never be woman, and Sam Fatase, Aquada Ebefe, a Mamanasus die crying, you know. Sinibi saw her, and no casa crying a woman. Oh, can't be one here. I never chinan to quiz a cry. One sentence. Rwanda war, what happened? Radio presenter Koka Sam Bakope. And the creative war, almost 1 million people died. It's because of that, it is say, in regulating the industry, we must classify the films that come. Films that, under 12 must watch, under 15 must watch, under 18 must watch, 18 plus must watch. Films that are not acceptable. You stop or say, Mincha, Witcher. Then we can't show it to the public. With me, your bedroom. And the chair where you know money on for nobody, will hold your neck for it. But once it becomes a public document, you publish it by showing it to the public. It's not acceptable because there are laws that should regulate the quality and the value, because we have moral, values as a people.
Right.
So there are certain things that you cannot just, exactly. Into the pornography, into me you with TV so just like that. No. And if you so timer, you with TV so.
Okay.
As I say, Sinibuha, as I say, Kwalada. America, almost nightcap, pornography. And they make sure that if we be here, it should be 12 after 12 midnight. To me, when children are supposed to be walking around 7:30, 8, 9, that be. Okay. And I'm running getting sa no nyina wo sa classification and development bill no mu. What do from bar? Ya be hwe na classify. Ni ya decide we na to use some small fee, yesika tinibia, but be here say be yes idea. Na wetumi akwapo yi wosini. The mom ade ba kwana a high industry say. The first point of marketing of film is the cinema theater. Now you turn Ghana from Suno. You turn all the cinema theaters in Inaka. Nti orbit put the bubu no. Orbit cinema na is Kanichi market in chain. And what a lorry station. I just know orbit in the 70s. 73, 74, 75. We just know. Rec cinema. Some shops. And as I say, took over Rec cinema. Of course, for cinema. Around a church. And so on. It's either a church, a warehouse, or a supermarket. That's where the cinema houses are doing. And once we sold Ghana Films and sold it with the cinema theaters, the Malaysians were not interested in the film. So they let go of the theaters. Until private people took over the theaters and they used it as churches, warehouses, and supermarkets. And so now, as we speak, it's only Westlands Mall and Accra Mall.
Yes, Silverbird.
Silverbird, that's right. That are cinema theaters in the city of Accra. Only two. Yeah.
The whole of Accra.
Of any international standard. Which is very, very appalling. Accra, how many sub-metros are in Accra? 12 or 13. Each sub-metro must have an international standard multi-purpose theater.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
You know, so that Senenokra Bar say Accra one a year, Summerbed a year. There's another cinema theater at Adenta. There's another cinema theater at Achimota. There's another cinema theater at Dansoman. That kind of, so that you satisfy the people in the community. They are the people in the city. That's why you call it the metropolis. The people in the city, they have a right to what we call cultural expression and cultural freedom of enjoyment, of entertainment that belongs to their tradition, to their culture. You can't deny them that. And that is why it's important, UNESCO will say it's important that you make sure that people see themselves in their culture, in their practices and everything, in theater, you know. And you say, a stage theater, you know, must be, you know, television is there. If it's not television, must be cinema. And people must actually see themselves in those, because apart from everything, it actually changes the way people think. That is actually the power of the medium of film. It changes the way you think. It changes your outlook on life. It changes your perception of human beings and how they behave and how they think and all of that. So it's a very powerful medium. Go for a school, Ghana, and now President Ghana Capuchino, I didn't. And the woman who was him
was
watching what TV show. Yeah.
A whole many of
them. I just say, you know, that is the power of the medium. And so say to Tunasakra. And industry be a can number one. Yes, I say human in Ghana, but the largest industry and area. That's the largest industry that can provide so much employment to the youth. But area, you know, there's so much work that the industry can actually come up with, produce for people to get, you know, employed. And apart from making money, you use film also to promote your tourism.
Okay.
Cape Coast Castle. Gohobipo. Akosombo Dam. Water Lake. Mole Game Reserve. How do people get to see? People must see those things in films. And we promote what we call internal tourism. Yeah, but from one to be almost get to be to back. No, I'll go here castle. I'll go here where we are not. Debbie, yeah, exactly. Yes, if I say yes, you who's on your money to me, you know. Gamba Gascap, we are geography, we heard of Gamba. You've never seen it. We have not even been able to capture it in film. Why? Look at the epic stories of our heroes and legends and myths that we have in this country. I hear the film. Come in, Kumana Krasakra or declare Ghana independent. You to me a film on him. Abrofona, I hear bits and pieces of, you know, films of Kwame Nkrumah. I played Kwame Nkrumah in 2 different films, all foreign films.
Wow.
Ghana and Kasa into me a film. Can you imagine? South Africa, why about 3 films on Mandela? 3 or 4, more than that. You know, it's a high.
It's another day. Who's this? I buy them mom and invest in first country. Me and Fanya Sad.
Apart from it's a firm, it's an industry.
Right.
It's business. So by and large, it's ordinary private people who find themselves in it. They make money with it. But the state must have what we call heritage films. What share a friend is saying? Sa bro from here we can say but it's a very, very, very quality. Oh, this British films here. James Bond. The Bond series.
Okay, yeah, like a franchise.
The Bond series. And you're a private person, the government of United Kingdom. And you know, or selling franchise, you know, or support from, you know, producers and other, you know, to produce the Bond series, so that they can use it to market their economy. James Bond film. Don't say ubiquitous phone. No, to me, a phone see now I V. Next time we go shop, you want to buy that phone.
Exactly.
Because they have marketed that phone in that film.
In the movie.
Atarioshe, Mpaboshe, car use we, and that is how you use film to sell your economy, promote your tourism, change the minds of your people. Oh, now all these important values of film as a medium of communication for our benefit as a people. Yeah, too good. A buying that because already you kill a concert party, you kill a conventional theater, television crowd, you kill it. A lot of so much work that used to be on television is no more. TV theater is no more. You don't have soaps that are running on TV. You don't have proper telenovelas that have been made in Ghana. People to me could 400,000 they are called telenovela. Now they are about to Ghana television so. Now I record the tree guso. Forgetting say what we are seeing is not Ghanaian culture. And culture is what determines the economy. Okay? Is what the culture you have is what will determine your economy. What's my colano? So uncle shop, uncle man 1,000 Ghana. So uncle shop. No uncle to talk and more pay. That's your name about to talk. None of them is made in Ghana. Until you cry, buy made in Ghana, taste Ghana, eat Ghana, whatever. No. Who is going to do that? When you are not promoting anything in that respect. As I say, we should wake up. Seriously. The economy will actually come back to stand on its feet when the culture stands on its feet. Because it's the culture that determines what value the economy will have. Because one country offer or tea crass on your banchifu, on your ebrufu, no we are aqualano, Cusco, or woman's case, uncle conflicts. Uncle to holics, Uncle to we. Now, the batching Gary, I want to be the Gary. You see?
Right.
Not you know what's the not you know what's saying not you know. It is the underground say a bump is here, a tree abomnia this who any time. But that is rather a more, what do you call it? Nutritious food. Of course, it's a fry. Oh, yeah, now, when you're winning, and the kidney, when you're cancer, is medicine. But film and theater and all those things, they help to change our minds and direct our attention and perception of what we have as good or bad for us. And, make us determine which one we think is good for us. Interesting. Interrelated. A ministry be a culture desk. And that culture desk, they have, a film unit. They make films in relation to what that ministry is supposed to stand for. So that those ones will also be showing on television or wherever it must be showing, whether you stream it or YouTube or whatever, for people to see and know that this ministry, this is the work it's supposed to do. This ministry, that's the work it's supposed to do. There be every year, you crazy. Hey, cellular diseases. As I say, to me, I won't panic. Hey, I remember, NCC, Manisika, no, there are any, public education campaign on anything. Meanwhile, you want the people to live like Ghanaians. There are people living in Ghana today who have Ghanaian names, who don't speak Ghanaian language, who don't eat anything Ghanaian, who don't wear anything Ghanaian, and they call themselves Ghanaians. And that is why the economy keeps sinking, because you go to a supermarket, 90% of the products in the market are not produced in Ghana.
Yakraba.
And a dangerous cry, or be a more than more, to be cool easily. Or the victim says, no. Oh, and it happens. But it is in some places, you to me a 1 in 3 penny. You want to train the pania, who decide the train namna? Where Bema or Hubu? When you offer about to me.
Hey,
Yes.
Yama Koso.
I never cost. As I know, and quite you, the Biane, a creme meat in a cranny. If you all cry, I say, you all cry, Chernobyl. That nuclear explosion about Russia affected so many dairy products. Shipping in Abagana. They are Tony, Cochabane, Namana Wasso, no worry. Yarena worry no. Ninano, you hear that education. People must be educated to know that Adriane Audium says a one cassa and away. So one cassa and away. And yet, obedience is a yamau. Because Obi Yamawa, Utmikum. Yeah, the hands are didn't or pay out to what they say when you ubedi. So, it is Sanamang away getting Nano, and maybe it affects our lives. But yeah, you be any good if it's in here. You know, now my father can answer, must say, what are pearls before swine? We see skyscrapers, we're the best of roads, we're the best of everything. Then you not even with Jimmy. You are wasting your time.
Sir.
I bet say dino cry. And there are examples. There are examples. Include US, New York, Bronx. You see big Bronx for whites, blacks, and you know, media works in whatever. Baby, or a janina woman.
Wow, sure.
Because I've been in yet. Oh, and Titi and I get who say, hey, Anamity, a Hanam, you some sissy on the way. The Nigerian Yaninti. Meanwhile, it's a nice building. And only what are pearls before swine. Proku, Garano, all the nest for perfume gunu. Ujana, chaw, Rakoto.
At the chim. I can't say
Exactly.
Yeah. If I come on here, me didn't say what would you with you watch your Facebook or so film papa because and you may be why I have VNS from Nanya. Now you jama brofuna, almost so bad, you crew you won't make a baby no.
For 500 years, I'll buy a crew. I don't know why am I. I don't know why am I say a kind of casa. And never or no way the kind and a scientific development into which me I or the abbey. I don't pay any idea am I. But Nina no or your crana. Oh, yeah, a crime biswa. Oh, yeah, a pray. You say they are now for a predabre. Or they are pretty because you pay through. Exactly. Son of my and she said, one being who yansa ain't tres adenano. No one can say one bow choir and faswa. The Bia obey Donko Amano. You will continue to be a slave to him.
Yes, massa. Yes, massa. Me didn't say that from Wabo, yes, dear. I don't come one year, you know. In fact, when you Japan here, I've been educated. And you ever had a minimum, and so you may, Monsieur, did someone so which will fear, or would you fear so the same thing now. Now, Daddy, my Clemento Suarez is so caca.
Now, remember, would you is this Spanish or Portuguese or Italian?
What made you?
Football, yeah, that is. Yes, yeah.
Try a ball free penalty.
That's right.
Some girls are when you say a movie mass somewhere, but yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really? Ghana footballers, I hear documentaries on them.
Not even about the penalty.
I bet the penalty, Tony Aboa, someone, you know, it means a documentary. Even what we call them in Maria France, Black Queens. What will you call work out first? 2003. I want to call as I Ghana in Mema no work out. Documentary when I on them. Meanwhile, you want to improve male football. Let them see documentary of those women. Those heroines who took football to the world stage.
I said, oh, and some just had that. Yeah,
yeah.
Bibi Aboko and you mean.
And the studio in Cause by the fireside now or 270. Yeah, 54.
I don't think bad idea.
Daddy David Mikuta podium.
I know I said that's the just another boy and guy said no, share 500.
That may or may support Ghana win or lose.
And they say, we say actually, yeah,
yeah. And boys, my boss, Nidiana or
I know your own.
Oh, Ben and them.
I bet it will be a I know what them. You're more comedy Gakana for Yamba 48 hours film project and so 48 hours projects. So far, so good. Comedy, a question, oh my god.
Oh, Namiadum say, yes, you're so free. We're more that do more auntie. I can't cry now. That one is Anno. Or you be a pan. Oh, my, almost started saying you're sharing your hands, but the Siano dear, Kakaka, no man and wedding say, name born in Yadi, I don't know, but being a bit of corporate sponsorship name, say government inclusion, best subsidized Kakram, and it'll be answering your Biashe. Because now called National Theatre you sure 100 cities 150 so we be free time and back and that day investment like 500 cities the sure
the salary
for one night
exactly
on you be nearby
and also extra
but can be a theater be what tema or be what ha Madina
until they hear say submetro be any theater
yes tina because say government needs so nko there in my form
and I any market theater. Because South Africa, Johannesburg, be for market theater. Market theater, no. Several theaters, 25 different theaters. Theater that contains 50 people, 100 people, 150, 250, 300, 500, 1,000, 1,005. Yes. I'm a motivated all kinds of plays. Continually, every day, something is happening in some theater at the market theater. Amama, we develop theater, a culture. The person must love it and develop the interest for it. Yes, oh, sorry, no, so, and then you see you had to make call. Oba, better. Next time, say, you people need to go cry, uncle. But the person must actually have me school about holidays. I mean, father, age, father, will forge. Or ye come beds near the Kukumbi. If school bar, now the Marco to more number as me more museum, and see you do things. About 5 minutes to 12. Pat Nemegani. If you could compare Megania, but Dakoma Junction, about for bus 36A, straight to Opera Square, because 12:15. 12, 12, 12, 13, 12, 14, Megina Opera Square. Wow. And one of the things I kill is the cinema culture or cinema going culture in Ghana. Public transport. Omnibus system. I say a collapse in Ghana. But in so many countries, that is what actually ferries people around. Tube. These trains. But it's in omnibuses in Ghana. Trotro 10, 11 wapon. Iti aka Uber ne taxi. It witness sika e for Uber ne taxi. Forget. And no na akele theater, akele concert party, akele from going culture. Oh, and he said those things if they will come back, we have to look at public transport all over again.
Very necessary.
Yes.
Very necessary. Now no, as I see the Ambai, now no Joe the Ambai was nothing. Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was, and no crowd boils down to the fact content rating, because also the notion that Chemu say 18 plus. Yes. It's well, we see where penny unko to akwala and you come where koso hobia you can.
Penny for do come on.
It's really be
yes.
No. And when you come out there, APM ewo ho. And it's 48-hour film projects no so. Now, Clemento Shares, role bay and now who play a yes project team.
Oh, okay. 48-hour film project. Some kind of competition for film lovers, filmmakers, individuals, groups who would want to put their thoughts or their talent on the screen. And you know, Obina, they're worldwide though.
In fact, it's the largest film competition in the world.
Oh,
yeah. Yes.
Okay.
It's a big deal.
Impressive.
Yes. And you know, Nipala or no, Yamia Doma, based in Ghana, no. Or no, he's based in America. And the only daddy NAS and Anketa Hono more organized it. The organizers actually co-producing for the competition and all that. Yeah.
Okay. Next, daddy, your boy, you share the Clemento Kaya, I can see it.
Yes.
Yeah. Talent more can see.
Exactly. Your mouth, some, you know, and there may be, maybe
it's very
some sentence be, your mouth, some prop be, your mouth, you know, some character be so a walk from the moon. Now I say, for way your story, refer from more than 8-10 minutes within 48 hours. Until it tests your intelligence, it tests your talent, it tests your creativity and everything. And it's so exciting.
Wow.
Yes. This is the 3rd edition in Ghana.
Exactly.
You know, last year, 1 year, you know, Vakon the film. From a Palooza, US. Qualified crowd from Film Palooza, US. Cannes Film Festival.
Wow.
In France. Eventually, you are, you know, unearthing new talents, you know, creating a lot more interest in people, introducing people to the film, you know, culture, film shooting or film, you know, industry necessarily. Because we just 48 hours a year. Just in it now, but it introduces him to it, and then he develops some nice interest in it. Okay, so if I have to do this, I have to go to school. Then he will apply and go to NAFTI. So he'll go and do his diploma or whatever degree in NAFTI, and when he finishes, he's qualified. Now he can make films. You have introduced him into the industry. You have opened, you know, an avenue for someone who also now bring a lot of people because he is passionate about it. You know, it is 48 hours from me, you know, a very, very, very interesting. Just that these are the early times in the conference but still I don't conform. Last year, if you conform about theater, you try. They selected 10 movies also visa. They premiering year on National Theatre. They are selected the best.
Wow.
They were called, you know, from a Palooza. So from a Palooza, they require 20. All the films around the world, though, the bar, they are selected 20. They call Cannes Film Festival. And the Ghana film qualified to be at Cannes.
Yeah. Wow.
Can you imagine? You know, so it means the talent is there. The potential is there. Until you bet to me through 48-hour film festival crowd, you know, it creates what we call just for bigger films. Just small film be. Just 7-8 minutes. But the gist of that story, so exciting, so interesting that in the hands of a very creative person, he can make a blockbuster film out of it.
Interesting.
You know, and our potentials, baby. You know, Obia person will take part in. You only go to www.48hourfilm.com. All the rules and regulations. This year, maybe early next year or friend is August.
No, this year July.
That is next month.
Yes.
Next year. Next month. You know, Ebabaso. Until you are interested, you just go to that website and then see, you know, your way out about, you know, how you can be part of it and join it. Because last year was the 20th anniversary. Last 2 years was the 20th anniversary. Last year was 21st anniversary. This year is the 22nd anniversary of the 48-hour film. Yeah, in America.
But in Ghana.
But Ghana, they are 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Third year.
Okay.
About Ghana 2021. Yes. The 2022. This year.
Film Apollos and I know that World One.
And the films, 200 and something or 300 films from around the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I got to me penetrate.
I could do the first 20.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
But we don't get the buzz.
Exactly.
I mean, why didn't you say people are not talking about it?
Yeah. No, a lot of media houses also actually don't know.
Yes. So this time we are trying to
and they don't know even how to promote it. But you see, a lot of the media houses, whatever you do, is actually audiovisual. And that means you have to promote film. Because when film is on the high side, the media will also be on the high side.
Right.
To rise with the media.
Okay.
And so the media must, in its own way, find a nice way of promoting film. Always. In whatever form, you know.
That's the least we can do to support.
You see, animation class, a lot of it. But 48 hours in a day. Hey,
and aerophobia.
Can be Sakura.
Aerophobia, you just have to say that, okay, you have line, character, prop. But say that say, baby in 48 hours. No?
Yeah.
We'll meet your friend kick off. In your share on a day. Now you be a line. See, from that day, in 2 days, you have to present your movie.
Yeah.
So there's no
you
bias.
shoot it, you edit it, you make it. Everything, your props, your costume, your makeup. But those 3 things that I'm on a suburb.
Yes. Because I don't know. Why should that movie be that down?
No, they know about
Because
they now, I think I will be who say, yeah, the happy FM Bishim. And I say, they don't talk character Bishim. To moving it down, they don't be any.
It doesn't count.
So you see.
Yes. It's no, yeah, two suffer professionals and I say, oh, wow, what per pass out per se.
We are both professionals and amateurs. Students, you know, anyone that has no limit. For as long as, you know, the person can play a role in the production of that 7-8 minutes film, the person is allowed.
There's a new actors in Kwan.
Well, cameraman, soundman, lighting man, set designers, prop, you know, art directors. Obia or Ye Juma in the industry has access to be part of this production. Yeah.
Come on. Eti pacho website no mo fama ebiem na shares for my na.
Alright. Link W and W.
Pacho dey make be so.
www.48hourfilm.com/Accra-GH. And that's over to me our contact number 0551 843980 0551 843980 or WhatsApp. Then you follow all the necessary requirements.
Wait, mature for 2021. Yeah, 48 hours. Let me try for a promotion on, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. I love it. You love it. Everyone loves film. This passion for film could be a harbinger of a fame and fortune for those who dare. Do you know why you cannot let this opportunity slip by? Because your life could change for the best forever if you join 48 hours film competition, you know, that time. To realize this dream in America, Accra rolls out with 48 hours around the world. Find us at www.48hourfilm.com.
Beautiful.
Nice. You're still now crap. With the new crop now, I say it's me bomb and as near you idea. You know my dear girl. And like he said, my examples we said some film producers or more business no more. Yes, so I bet to you. Now we do the stage thing for commercial purpose. We don't really put in a lot of work. But I will see a sooner. Yeah, commercial already. Yes, you can now. Yeah, educated. Yeah, my buy information. So, yeah. So we should learn. Every young person, don't let the opportunity slip by. You should, yeah.
Come on. Ansa na na be sorry jubedi ne so nkomo ne yedi bebre ye be pese ye beji futu ama wono mo mani ji sinitwa ho adwuma no wono mo afa no mo fefe obi wo ho a wosuro wate ho nsensem na enutfo wom na akwa weti ko beka fom na obi won ko mbesa ne babaye because of atisema na say niyama bi atete afa
because a man between crack say industry be ma the men fa no be ma wanyem na we like
Suarez shey and daddy obi o papa so be de no hu ebe dom creative arts and that's filmmaking the photo be na de be ma no
film anase ni twa se ne mo kan no dwuma bi a ahom kan yi ebie wadwen ma wo hu nnioma ma wo ti wiase wo ti nipa ase na dwuma bi a se de sitie no ese wunya botre na wo wiya obi na nase esua kwadre wo na wonso wotumi ade aye dwuma because dwuma so sika wo man kasa na wo ye ni ye a na wonye sika
okay
wa ye ni ye a wonye sika na mo mesre na yaboa so wo sika o pese wo di wresi ni twemu enye ni twa no nko ampo ni yie nso eka ho eti se me say me system wo sika wa Ghana ha e ka de me ya ni say 16 regions na say yo see one multi-purpose theater cinema theater in all each of the regions 16 ucha wa senia na maji me yi wo 16 ni na we are na me from ama back so me dey business obi betumi aye sa de no businessmen bibiro ha omo adwen kosa line so usi cinema theater enye quote unquote silver bed type crapa it should be of a certain standard respectable people couples friends with me amba abehwese no ajomani aye ana sinenkasa so we call it a cell of development in the sense say cinema theater nankasa na esi wono around the cinema theater no it means medicine for all kinds of things it means nyane it means kit costume props so many things it means I never be creating jobs for where the cinema theater is, and that's why we say it's a cell of development. Into we see theater now before we ni baba almost no 200 around that cinema theater. Yeah, my engine say is in Kwa and a cinema theater so you see that's a multi-purpose. It me ye it me a wedding it me outdoor it me never be real it me cry a football it me cry at the chair IT because of screens ya green and course lines and a multi-purpose theater is there to really empower the society, empower the community. In my agree and course line because it's a banner it is a basic market so it's a market what happens mama 3 months who say I started in Bianya or the Bahabaton Bianya so a trindom it's dominate about ne talk we about Benum beer about chewing what is great say you are creating jobs for those people and see mesre industry beer may may say oh my way dear Sebi some class for a segment. David. Quabuchida and call for Pacho as an woman your quack film industry. Former American President Bill Clinton. I say all his desire when he was going to school was to become a film actor. Unfortunately, he couldn't do it. But he became American president. So you can imagine the value they place on the industry. He places the same value on it.
Come on. Thank you very much, Daddy. Daddy, come with it. Daddy, come with it. Yes, you are dear baby. Charles, answer na yaba sorry so no. I hear for potty and 48 film projects no. And if I put say na shiemu ne be koso da ben e ho hyehyeye da sen
Sena aka already no unya o group and I say o kwa person your phone na go bet my ya kwa be but unya o group ni o call on the website and our friend number now you register your group now. That's right. 21st and a kick off no. You can kick off now and Saturday no e be share that the mobile give you some talks to the people, little teachings directing be one number fam or line no you can line sa sentence never all film no character no you choose your genre of movie too. Exactly. Say comedy, action, horror so that's 21st of July until right after no the 48 starts or it starts counting until 21st of July or National Theatre. And after more and more registering, then you come. So after the 2 days, you submit your movie. Daddy and some other board of directors or judges will go over the film. To see the best movie. There will be some awards to discovery, acting, movie, or all those things will go on. So after that, I will announce the day for the premiere and all the competition itself. That's right. Where we'll open gates for audience to team be out followers come and share because there's also an award for audience appeal.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a very exciting,
it's exciting
competition.
And so the winning film then goes to Palooza. US. But next year no, you'll be Lisbon.
Portugal.
Portugal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nya some kitwa kra o. Wo bi penko for kan ho na mi no
the whole film industry to you, the whole world to you, because if you are able to get your film there, Americans are big people.
Yeah,
look at Cannes Film Festival. For patch out to go there, they don't get accreditation. But the film that won in Ghana last year,
had accreditation to be there.
So it's quite huge for
us.
That's how crowd to me blow. How crowd once we drew Hollywood.
Yes.
Abraham Matabi. So it's great. It's a great opportunity. Yeah.
That must say. On some kind of chat on Emma out of wait you.
Yeah, and say so far I'm supporting I'm talking in terms of Clement also, right? Be about Muso Moya there. To see how the opportunities there. Ke mu be bet me afashe ho kone. Nda de we kan bo nkofo bebre ob cha films. Yeah, cha or papa na yakon la show no awu. Na from na hate it. Na yanko akone ne ko America na akay but inquiring me so on so and film industry like he's saying it's one of the biggest industry. I bet me I employ of be TMBA wings more man and go for some so this is an opportunity for young actors, young filmmakers. That's and right. Even the established ones.
Yeah.
Well, we are the whole production house that that's it. Yeah. Obia ate yanka enen get on the website www.48hourfilm.com and I say 0551 but when I'm Bobo
be my near 0551
good hold on 0551 34 boom 84 39 80 0551 84 39 80. Then you register and then come, let's have fun as you pour out your creativity on it. Teams there was last year your all female group, yes, and it was so nice.
Beautiful. Yes.
Editor was a film female, the videographer of film
Charlie.
Director of photography was female. It was so awesome. Just come and then exhibit your
exactly.
Where you are it's a huge opportunity, a platform.
Happy FM come with me.
And I make me DJ, near pet, Unkunu, your cameraman, me producer, Messi B. I have for next year to see a one here, the script man, yeah, for more.
So, the private to me, PS studio. What we from most.
Here,
story, and they say, my mom's story.
My story, you may see what the age I was young, remember my own. And see, me don't for with him here at the pa, it will fear, oh, ye. I wouldn't be on Shuma Pie. Who cried the 3 years now, do dom Nasa be a con Kaimao, oh, and the Yanum penny for her no Mudi Tuma. We say, look, from back door. Oh, line of Caddy to cafe, I will Baba stress. But when I tell me a pursue cry, be a quite a bra umbre, and seeing na ya, you need to change my honor. Yan fire and don't be. Now, you better show Abapa. Daddy, you better see peace and ne. You told Safro, now ba. What about saying the other my education, my history, background. I be ya dream one near my baby. As you who never be first the channel. I am wa. So would you bring our buy any bedi some come way. Na ya shenim with say breast semono. Ya sabaton safro. Na what me asaba. E di ni mu die na wo di abedum ye no. O say di biem abre. Ya dase papa.
So e me de pa say when ya botre etimi. Me dase.
Ya dase. Na do wonderful be so chena nyume ya kwenya wo ma. Wonderful be ya pesa chia no.
Oh, me Jojo any Rama, Omuni Ghana, but digitization, Fabia, and I get YouTube and Michel Mopa, Omodi be more Ghana once in a year. Wow, Christmas, no more sign company, you know, and I'm my wife, Michel. Uncle so engine say wow mom will feel me and no Charles yes me buy the man crabby dear
o man penny na na akufo ado say me nim that say TV3 o say dia ti onko no onkoji because here because TV theater say go yeah first even call DTV now who sets na say go na yeah if that there's that thing for us we should get it back for our students because we school omunya baby talent yeah so nana akufado ciao
what will be home why is still with you